Get that early first blood, which would be much needed, especially when your laning phase is all so important in this draft.
I don't think Tundra win this level 1 rune fight, though. You can throw out an Arcane Curse into a Blast Off if you really want to win it with Blood Right. There's a lot of AoE, plus the axes from Liquid. This whole lineup just destroys you in a 5-on-5. If Tundra run back up this hill, they're going to be in for a world of pain. Normally a team that likes to win those early first bloods, and a lineup that really wants it. Like, this is Enchantress, Axe. You really want to snowball out these lanes. You want to create pressure points with Liquid supports who can be abused, in my opinion, in this laning phase. Like, Ench has decent matchups here, especially the Silencer. You can just run this hero around in the early game. He's very clunky, very slow, hard to respond, can't deal with the creep. Those are the big pressure points for Tundra in the early game. If Liquid get through that, they get to this Storm combo with Global behind him. That is a very scary Storm Spirit jump.
So Tundra spotted Mickey and saw that it wasn't a full 5-man, but now they're going to see the other 4 heroes showing up. 9 in some trouble, has to abandon his bounty rune, trying to get away, but slowed so much as the blood grenades raining down on him, offering a high 5 as he should be able to get out. There's going to be one more mine. That is going to be enough. Oh, man.
Did die to the tower, so it gets split. Probably best case scenario, I guess. But
yeah. So don't give away that first blood. I mean, that's super nice.
Still, you're going to give a free CS and a free deny to Nisha. Actually, didn't get deny. It was 2 free. That's Nine's just having a rough series already, both games. It feels like he's just a little bit behind going in the lane, and then Liquid, they're able to punish it. Maybe the upside for him is Dragon Knight's a pretty hard hero to gank. He has a favorable matchup, and these Liquid supports aren't necessarily going to be able to contest the runes as aggressively as last game.
Yeah, I mean, Silencer's not the best rotator, right?
Oh, that's what you think, till he starts stealing all you're in.
Indeed. New hero. 7 different hero for 33 is played here at this tournament.
And it's a different type of hero for him.
Ooh, nice blast over here on the side. That first blood still open for the taking. Soxa might just get it. The healing salve is going to be able to keep him alive, but a couple more hits might be there. No, he gets underneath the tier 2 aura, and Soxa's not going to be able to collect that kill. Still, though, being able to push the 5 out of lane might give 33 the opportunity to put some damage on Mickey with the help of his support. We'll see.
It's inexpensive, like to run to base to use a salve on a hero that really wants to be controlled.
Oh, nice hit from Boxy, and that actually goes through. So Boxy's the one collecting the second kill of the game.
Not a kill you want to be giving up here. Just a great find by Boxy with that level 2.
Yeah, and a lane that was also important to win, right? You said Barium, like this Beastmaster has been undefeated for Liquid at this event, and the laning phase is super important in the Ursa versus Beastmaster matchup.
And for Enchantress. This is a hero who really wants to be the aggressor and getting the early kills so she can snowball off of early enchant level 2, early enchant level 3, use the power of the creep versus a lineup that can't deal with the creep.
Yep.
But if the creep never comes creeping, it's a different story. And all these early setbacks, they're going to be painful.
Mickey, okay. A lot of damage there. I mean, this is another matchup that can swing pretty heavily, right? Once Bloodseeker gets an advantage in the lane, he can definitely be super annoying. But Axe, I mean, this is a hero that was picked up specifically to beat this Bloodseeker in lane, to be able to get calls like this, get those spins, and gets the kill.
This hero's so strong on lane. It's crazy.
Soxa is going to die, and Sania picks up that first +2.
And this is what Tundra want to have happen with this lane. Like, when you last pick Axe, you better goddamn win that lane. If you don't win that lane, you're in trouble. This hero is not the strongest scaling off laner. He has his power points. He can be kind of scary in the late game with a refresher with like double call, but in general, he's pretty dependent on blade mail, and he's pretty dependent on when heroes get BKB and when they jump him. So you really need to get out ahead and start farming camps at a very fast rate, abuse Vanguard as early as you can.
And start getting the armor stacks too, right?
Yes.
Small element of the hero.
Scale. The name of the game. Chakra does help this hero a lot on the map.
Don't forget your item.
Does he know it's there?
There is no possible reason for him to do it. It's barely outside of vision. Actually, Nisha.
I mean, he's got to be
spots that. What is happening right now? He gets the pullback on
time. Can't he just walk up and kill it?
I don't know. Is this the weirdest bait you've ever seen in your life, or what's going on? No. No, wait, please, 9. I could not afford to watch another item get thrown on the ground and be forgotten. It's already happened once this tournament. Staking in some trouble is going to die here as the Boxy Zai duo continues.
Do you remember that clip of
they always use where Kuro unbuckles his belt on the main stage.
Yes,
I think
yes,
that's
they
the
do.
metaphorical version of that. You know, I think Nine's just sending a message. I've loosened my belt for this game.
Into full gamer mode now. The Liquid definitely taking the lead here in this laning phase. We can see the net worth going up, but it's a lot off of the mid lane, which CS is being won on the Storm Spirit. Also feels like the Dragon Knight is just behind in the Harass War. Not terribly surprising, but now that he's level 3 Dragon's Blood, this is where you start pulling through a little bit more, right?
He's doing fine. I mean, you have to remember Nisha had a pretty decent start there. They got the first kill on 9. He got an extra free creep. A little bit adds up. Boxy going to look top for the tri-lane on the Axe.
Get the call onto the Bloodseeker, but with the extra damage, it's a problem. 33 is going to die. Without the blast-off being needed, it can be put to the test on Saxa, and maybe part of the reason why Boxy was reluctant to use it on the first place. They do have a counter to the blast-off in that Coddle. It's always going to be there. Any forced movement will stop that blast-off.
You have to think about it, especially if you're dependent on it in these fights. It's one of their best follow-up stunts to a roar, to a pull. They don't really have anything else. If you disjoint that, that means you get BKBs off later. Anything can happen. Suddenly that chain stun's not there. It's one of the old school counters, actually. I almost forgot about it, but when Coddle's back in the meta, he's really back.
Yeah, he is.
And
the hero that both of these teams have wanted to pick up.
This 33's Vanguard timing. So this is where you want to start to kick the carry out of lane. Start to do jungle on top of the waves if you can max.
Oh, the axes! Oh, max distance! I mean, this duo between the axes and the long-range blast-off and the bombs that are being rained down, they can get you from a long, long range. Something you always have to think about. 9 gonna have his mana completely burnt away. Nisha and Insania. Certainly not enough to get the kill, though. Not against level 3 Dragon's Blood.
Gotta respect this new Beastmaster lane.
Yeah.
It's really strong. He just fights you. Does not play for the boars, does not need the early creeps. Just gonna send those axes into you off cooldown with the low mana cost. Almost like old Timbersaw or something.
This is feeling pretty unfortunate here for 9. Using the ultimate, but not getting a point of damage onto the tower just yet. Not feeling strong enough to start taking away that tower HP.
The pressure point that 9 wants right now is he wants Liquid drawn to these sidelines. He wants the Ursa and the Axe pressuring Liquid's core so they feel like they have to keep supports up there, and then he gets that one-on-one versus Nisha versus the tower. But Mickey, he's just played top lane damn well, and he's not getting punished during this Vanguard Axe timing. Maybe the damage follow-up not there as well. I mean, Coddle's okay at it, but he's not a Skywrath mage or something, and Bloodseeker's a sustain hero.
Yeah, died once, but he's still 4th in net worth, so who cares?
Definitely getting the better end of the bargain than Skeeter down here. With that death, getting set back a little, and at some point, Snaking, he's got to think about the roam. Like, this is not a hero on Enchantress. You just want to sit in lane forever. We're approaching 7 minutes. Those Wisdom runes are up as well. We'll get traded out here on the 4s as 33 tries to pick up the aggression.
Chasing after Insania, just trying to kick him out of lane. Does manage to get the call here with diving underneath the tier 2. Oh, if only he had his level 6.
They're going to try and punish.
He's going to come back. Now, he is almost level 6 on Mickey, but not quite good enough. So no Rupture. But with the techies, this is going to be a problem. They have the Blood right, blocking him out. 33 goes to the other side. Gets the call onto 2 of them. Really nice, but the blast-off's going to come in and won't be able to get that chop he was hoping for. Still, though, both these heroes are low enough. They can't really approach the Axe, but he's just being poked apart bit by bit. Pecked and hemmed constantly by Liquid, and he struggles to be able to catch anything in his fists.
+2 int eventually. That's a lot of space, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Goddamn, used it for something. You almost took this mid tower.
Oh, there we go. A Hurricane back. That is nice, but they don't have the damage to follow it up. In fact, 9, he has to be a little bit careful here with Zai body blocking him so much. Rupture, TP out, but no stuns remaining. Good read by 9.
Very nice read. Something you're going to have to use about this Liquid lineup. You have Rupture
and
outside of Roar Vortex. Limited amount of stuns denied. Pretty nice here. It is another early mid-tier 1. This is what happened last game, the Tundra, right? They lost their mid-dire tower, and it caused a lot of issues on the map. This time they're getting the better exchange. But damn if Nisha didn't get a lot off mid. He has Arcane Rune now too, highest net worth in the game. You can just play through the storm, start trying to kill supports if you're Liquid. That's gonna feel really good.
Yeah.
Because you have high level supports right now. Level 4 on the Silencer and level 5 on Boxy. A lot of techies damage coming out.
First tower percent in Berlin. Shopify, number 1 on the list. Tundra actually number 2. And they do manage to claim that here in this game, even though it was a denied tower. Still managed to get
Shopify number 1.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's a that's a trend you want to follow, perhaps.
Did someone's building damage? They lost their hotel room, or what? Am I allowed to make that joke? That might have been a little too savage.
Yeah, it's okay. That's
Well,
that's what your
now.
name means, right? That's what everyone tells me, anyway.
Roar's up now. Level 5 on the Ench.
Nice Centaur stun. Still has Primal Roar, Zai comfortably.
I mean, Tundra just seemed
Back
happy
out.
playing these extended laning phase. I think with the Dragon Knight, 9 is going to lurk up here. I mean, this is where you want to use these ultis to get the early towers, so that Axe and Coddle can use all the space. I feel like the longer Mickey gets to sit up here, the happier Liquid are.
Yeah, this would be perfect for Tundra if they could get this Dragon Knight rotation to get the kill on Mickey and turn it into a tower, but it's hard. The call stalls him up, but that Bloodbright kept him at bay, and 9 is now ruptured. This is a big, big problem. As the Storm's here, it's going to TP in late, but that stun is always available, so he can't TP out, can't stop the 5-man aggression coming out from Liquid. They respond to Tundra's move and completely counter it.
Nisha going to look for more. Has the mana here. Plus that Fairy Trinket. Easy +1. That DK move just read too easily by Liquid, and they're very happy to bring everybody, especially if they get that big core kill. Like, maybe eventually these towers will go down, but if you get enough gold out of the kills in the meantime, you're just smooth sailing into this mid game with Beastmaster, a hero you've been very comfortable with the entire tournament in terms of playing the map and scaling.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing about the Liquid Beast that I think they do better than any other team with this hero. The late game is just monstrous. Feels like Zai's itemization is on point. They play the late game fights to perfection. And this Axe damage, the Roar, the kiting just adds up at a certain point, and it's very hard to take these carry-on-carry matchups. Like, that is something Skeeter's going to have to fight through, and it becomes harder the more space you're giving Liquid with this tempo-based lineup. You want early Roshans, you want early towers with the Dragon Knight. All of the little timings for this matter.
It was an unfortunate fight for Tundra, but net worth really hasn't changed that much in that regard. 9-1, but net worth is damn even. It's because the cores on Tundra are getting what they want out of the laning phase, I would say, for the most part, particularly Skeeter, who is just second on the net worth chart and, well, working pretty quickly towards his Battle Fury.
I think that speaks to how well Liquid played this early game. Like, they're up 9-1, and the game's still pretty even. Imagine if they're down 9-1. And Tundra are snowballing off these lanes, right?
Yeah.
We're looking at a very different game. And I'm telling you, this Axe hero is a pure momentum-based hero. If you're not snowballing the map, getting really fast items, I worry a little bit about the scale.
Yeah, maybe we could take a look at, yeah, there we go. Production reading my mind. Camp stack. So more on the side of Tundra, whereas opposed to last time, I think more was happening early on for Liquid. And they're actually, this is not a stack for the Ursa, apparently. Not waiting for that Battle Fury. 33 wants to complete his Blade Mail.
I think Skeeter thought it was for him.
Well, should have gotten your Battle Fury faster.
Very true.
I mean, I will say, Axe always kind of feels awkward on that second item timing. What do you do? And if you don't have stacks, I feel like going Vanguard into Blade Mail into Blink Dagger sometimes feels too slow. But when you have stacks, that really speeds things along.
Definitely very farm now. Double damage for Nisha to
Gonna
get
die
the
to
Blade
this
Mail
double
off.
damage.
That's
9.
a lot of
Gonna get
damage.
here in time. Global Sounds goes off the taunt on Nisha, though.
He was not expecting that to punch back.
Oh, and he is low. They can definitely catch up to him. Nisha, he's going to have a little bit of mana to get jump. Oh, that blinding light, that clips. It clipped him with the Illuminate, but it wasn't enough damage. But at least they'll be able to run down Insania.
Global bailed the hell out of Nisha on that play.
Seriously.
Throw a tip to your 5 right there. Because that double damage backfired really bad. That's a nice Blade Mail timing for 33. Ancient Stack's paying off here.
Yeah, great reaction. Like, real quick. Pop the Blade Mail, pop the call. I mean, great reaction from him. Would have been a terrible death. But that
That's
Global
very
Silence.
close. Very close to being absolutely terrible for Storm.
Man, imagine if he hits the blinding light before he zips away. Nisha hit that timing just on the money.
And just up the cliff.
Yeah.
Oh,
Seriously.
damn, I'm that good.
Nisha managing to surprise even himself. Mickey, though, uh-oh. He is working into the enemy Ancients here. I'm not sure if he stacked this for himself to clear it or what, but, or excuse me, his own Ancients.
I was about to say, no Ancients are an enemy when you're a carry.
That is
Take 'em
true.
all.
He's just playing on this side of the map. Why here instead of top?
It's where all the Ancients are.
Okay, fair enough.
Need you ask a carry where he plays? The answer is where the most gold is. Ooh. 3-man smoke from Liquid. Power rune for Nisha.
Do they know?
They don't want to take it. They're baiting it.
Oh, nice.
Successful bait.
He does successfully bait. 9 definitely dead when surrounded by this many heroes. That many mines. But at the same time, this play from Tundra might just be worth it. They're going to be able to get that Aegis for Skeeter. A very early Roshan. Let's see if they get out here. Actually, 33 and Soxa are both underneath this tier 1 tower. They're going to go for the Rupture play on 33.
You have to care about that Blade Mail Rupture in this game too, at least in the early fights. Something else about that dynamic you're going to have to remember. I think Tundra are happy to claim that Aegis pretty early, even before the Battle Fury's done. But once again, Liquid just farming. This is similar to game 1, where they do not feel pressured. They're happy going into that mid-late game. They believe in their scale, especially with the Beast, plus the 2 of their very high scaling cores. Multiple Ruptures even in the ultra late going to be an issue for this Ursa.
At the same time, Tundra, surely they're fine with the pace right now. Maybe in 30 seconds it's going to change because they're going to have Blink Dagger on Axe. And then it's go time.
Those Blink Axes, though, stupendous. You got to hit them. And they can be hard to hit sometimes. And if you lose that fight, you fall off very fast. So once you get that Blink on 33, you better make it count. It is done here in 15 minutes. He's the most farmed hero for Tundra, which means I am expecting the biggest things from him in this game, especially since 9 did not go Midas on Dragon Knight. Something we've seen him do in a lot of these games because they feel like the scale with the Black Dragon late game becomes too formidable. But he's not going to have that. So he really needs these fights going for him as well to continue to power up here. And you need these towers right now. Like, this top tier 1 being a nuisance.
Yeah, still up after all this time, despite having a Dragon Knight who, got a relatively early mid tower. Oh man, just outside of that Sentry range. Really good ward in that regard.
Definitely pay off later. Remember also, this is your Aegis period. I mean, it's on Ursa. It's not like he's doing much with it, but technically you do have some small advantage. Zai's also just going to rush the drum here. Very interesting build-up when he's playing versus a lot of these cores who I feel like win the man fight,
Yeah, seriously. I mean, how, I'm not sure if that drum's going to help him out when Ursa is slamming him with Fury Swipe.
That's what I'm thinking. Interesting optimization, especially when he has gone Helmet of Overlord every single Beast game, I think, into something like Pipe.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Skeeter's just saving his damage for later. It's coming. Don't worry.
Yeah, it's coming. It's going to be coming with that next item. Once again, we're going to hit the triple Blink Dagger timing for Tundra. So maybe the Axe wasn't the be-all, end-all. Okay, never mind. I spoke too soon. So they are going to work with the Blink Dagger Axe and not Skeeter's Blink Dagger.
You have to try and find something with Blink Axe.
Yeah.
He's way too farmed and got given way too much priority with that triangle to not pay it off for his team. You want a big core grab if you can get it. I don't think Insania is what you want. And he's going to pop it on a ward.
That is unfortunate. Oh, that feels bad. Tundra disguised that pretty damn well because they had the Enchantress creep pushing out the top lane. So the tier 2 was taking damage. So
it was an okay smoke. The only thing you can do better is just man up and go straight into the triangle.
Yeah.
But you don't know what's waiting there for you. And that fight is not easy when your Aegis is on your carry who's not in that group.
Yeah.
Feels like another game where Tundra are trying to find the kills on the map, but there's just nothing. 2 kills in 17 minutes. Playing versus Ghosts.
Liquid, not to be found on the map. Too hard to catch him. Okay, so the Axe is now complete. I mean, we've hit some pretty big timings here for Liquid, so maybe they'll try and do a little bit of fighting here with Sanjiasha and the drums, Axe drums. May not have the initiation, but they do have some pretty powerful team fight.
You have Storm Jump with Global behind.
Yeah.
Not to be underestimated when you have 0 dispels right now. I mean, there's just no counterplay to it.
And he's got Shield Rune. They're gonna spot 9. 9 blinking, unable to get the Dragon Tail stun, and is gonna be blown up at the start, it looks like. And with the silence out onto 33, he couldn't get the jump he was hoping for. Nisha actually jumped him instead. Boxy chasing after him, trying to get the bombs to go for the TP out, but the blast off, it lands first, finishing off the Axe.
Skeeter cleaned up the backside here for Liquid, so they're losing Beast and Silencer.
Okay,
still
that's pretty good.
for 50, Blink on the Ursa. Not that bad a fight for Tundra, considering they're the ones who get jumped there and lose 2 cores for free. I mean, Nisha's very happy with that exchange.
Only they could have kept that going and turned it into a 3rd or 4th kill, or just somehow make the Ursa the target. Sadly, this Aegis is gonna go by kind of unused by Tundra.
Can happen with the first one. They're going to go through the gate straight into Boxy.
Okay, Boxy trying to get the kill, but fails on the mine, and that means Saxa is not a kill any longer. He has the mech plus the taser, which makes things a whole lot harder for this Ursa. Blast off, get it away. Uh-oh, the silence, the blood right. They have the Pavis, though. That's going to help out the Ursa quite a bit.
He almost wants to die. Aegis out in 5.
Yeah, seriously. That was kind of awkward point. Waits for the regen, though.
And that techie is so fast.
Yeah. Reactive taser, adding just one level of it, adding a lot to the survivability against some of these heroes, Ursa in particular.
The single target defensive items are what Tundra want right now to deal with Nisha's and Mickey's net worth here. 2 single target cores, you have to pretty much jump someone off a roar. They're just building glimmers, maxing Pavis. At the same time, Liquid can just continue to build into the auras and solidify their 5-man, right? You have a mech on Boxy, you're gonna go Crimson next on Zai. Those are powerful items versus a Tundra lineup that might suffer with the damage themselves. Like, who do you jump if you get this Crimson, plus maybe a Pipe, Glimmer, extra 4-staff, whatever, Greaves on Boxy?
Set up the mine, see if they can blow up the Tormentor nice and quick. Boxy, mech will be fine. They'll get it for the techies. So that's actually a very interesting one in this setup, because now he can put it on an ally who's manning fighting against the Ursa.
Decent on the Storm, decent on the Bloodseeker here.
Yeah.
I mean, it's better than the Silencer, sure.
Yeah, that's
probably that's doing much for in this game. Nisha will complete Witchblade on top of Arcane Rune. Level 15.
That's
He's got a lot of HP and a lot of damage. All he needs is someone to use it on.
Yeah, they spot anybody. A jump into global silence.
That's a 9. Also finishes BKB right now. Very important timing for him as his ult wears out.
Say anybody, but maybe it's almost anybody. 9.
Yeah, not under a tier 1
hard
with BKB. Just sets up a counter initiation for Axe for Skeeter here.
Yeah. There's something to be said about with this Axe build. Beastmaster is going to be able to continue farming up pretty heavily here. They're going to poke at 9. 9 gets out the BKB. Immediately Primal Roar, though. Little bit of heal. Is it going to be enough? Staking going to provide a little bit more and some covering fire as he puts some damage on his eye, but they chase after 9. They do manage to get him. Staking's going to be up next. Another blast comes through. The Illuminate's not good enough. And look at it jump in. Oh, they grabbed him. Stormturd in trouble, but the stun comes out for Boxy. What a blast off the save of Nisha, going for one more grab before he zips on out of there. Triple kill for Mickey, but it was won by Nisha.
That Arcane Rune, absolutely huge. Puts it to max use here. No one gave him a high 5, but he'd be happy to high-five the Fountain as he gets out alive. And that's the danger of an Axe call, man. You get that burst or you don't, you live and die by the blade. Just not enough, especially without Skeeter getting ult off. That's stunned by Boxing. Absolutely perfect.
Yeah, beautiful follow-up there. I mean, this was a fight that, you know, was already kind of won. Felt like, all right, nice 2 kills, but then Nisha sees that Illuminate and he just is thirsting for blood, goes for more, trusts in the global silence to save him out there, and Boxy, which is the beautiful stun. Love that he just turned around and go for one more disable on 33 to call it a day. Oh, and Liquid having some fun on stage here as this game 2 is looking real rough for Tundra. Again, losing another hero. Get the stun, okay. Let's get our first chop of the game here. There we go.
On the board.
On the board, indeed. The first
Give yourself a round of applause.
cold armor for 33.
We scaling now.
1 armor at a time.
Huge T-fight win for Liquid. Gonna push him into that next Roshan, where suddenly you can contest what Ursa wants in this game so badly. It probably needs it at this point. If you get that, you're in a really damn solid position. And that's Crimson finished for Zai. Well, some of these other defensive items coming out. Greaves close for Boxy.
I mean, how are you going to hit
Where's
heroes?
the damage?
If you can Heaven's Halberded, and you can't burst somebody because, you know, they end up getting mechs, and you've got Global Silence to cover somebody, and then there's a Reactive Taser and Heaven's Halberd to response. I mean, this Ursa, no matter how many items he has, it feels like Liquid is fast enough.
You have to be the one jumping here if you're Tundra.
Yeah.
You have to get an Axe jump synchronized with the bear jump and just burst a core straight off. Even through the global. You're going to have to rely on the BKBs and hope that that counter initiation isn't there in time. The tankier Liquid get, the harder that is to do. You have to keep up the damage ramp as much as possible. I think you got to keep fighting here.
Oh, they saw that ward placement. The Hawk vision is such an important part. Like with a bigger map, you kind of need that extra vision to be able to really read your enemy's movements, and
I mean, Liquid knows
Zai's getting all of that right now.
Foxy's far.
He's gonna break the smoke here underneath the Hawk vision. 9, not sure where to go. Spots of Boars, but they're already being initiated on. In fact, they're gonna go for the Ursa kill. 9 trying to counter, but Global Silence now going out. They're gonna have to turn and fight Mickey, but controlled up by the Rupture, playing in these trees. It's a hard fight. They have vision of Skeeter right now with the Blood Right plus the Roar. Nice heals coming out, but is there enough heals? It's not. 33 tries to come in to save him, but with the Ursa dead, the damage is gone. Mickey playing the side, and what a hit from Boxy. A 2-man stun. Zai does end up dying here, but Mickey is picking up more and more steam. Hero's getting low. Nisha out of mana though, caught by 33. A force out trying to get him out, but called down. 33 fighting back now for Tundra.
Finding something with their Ursa off the field. At least you'll feel a little good about it, but not if you lose your DK too.
Trying to go once again, 33, just a half a beat too late to save a core with this call. He'll get another call, but Mickey is the undefeated king of this fight.
The Flade Twins very pleased with that engagement. He just reaps all over.
Call him down, call him down. This man's overheating.
He is way too hot. 6-1 and 6 this game, 250 CS. Just doing it all, almost level 20 already. My God, he's so high level off that fight. And this next Roshan is looking harder and harder for Tundra.
And a Roshan that, I mean, even without like the whole shard change and everything, right? Ursa is still pretty intensive Roshan here. You've got to be able to keep that momentum going. If you could get a kill like that, it'd be massive. Now he's been ruptured, healed up, not a problem.
I like this play though. Like Skeeter's gonna force out this rupture. Roshan is up, and it's on this part of the map.
I mean, the rupture is a huge problem for Skeeter being run around, not being able to chase after the heroes he wants to, so.
That little force is opening this window.
Yeah.
I think you have to commit here. This game looks way too grim if you give Aegis to Liquid. Is Liquid gonna be able to get there in time to contest this? Because you know they want to contest it right now. They know they're stronger in the 5-on-5. Global up at 15. That spell is not up to bail Nisha if he just jumps in for this.
And the Coddle speeding up a lot by taking away the cooldown on Overpower. They're gonna be able to get this Roshan. And maybe they'll get the initiation too. 9! Oh, we fumbled on that one. In some trouble. Pops his BKB. He's trying to go through the portal. No, he's going to be denied immediately. Blast off hits on 2 with the Global Silence over the top. Maybe they have the Aegis, but maybe it doesn't matter as the heroes are just being blown up.
Got melted, man. That ramp, the clump, Boxy's AoE destroyed them. Aegis for what, Cap?
Aegis into a lost team fight. Tundra in despair right now. Saksa, he won't even be able to get away. They spot the man on the horse. Stuns, none of them, so he will be able to TP out, so hey, little glimmer of light at the end of a very dark tunnel. That was that team fight. That was rough to watch. They thought they had the initiation. 9, not able to get it, and the follow-up there all clumped them.
I just don't think he can chase this far out, right? You have to play around your Ursa jump. It's all of your damage. Even if you find somebody here, the positioning is just all off, and that global destroys you on the back end because you don't have BKB on Axe. Even if you do, I'm not sure you're winning from that spot.
Yeah.
Mickey is way too big, and he is starting to... This Axe Blade Mail not doing as much as it once was.
No. Tundra, they may be TI winners, but there's always somebody out there who's got your number. And it feels like Liquid, not feels, it is. They are the team that has Tundra's number. This second game, it's not looking any better for Tundra. They're gonna have to have pretty miraculous turnaround.
I mean, the upside is that fight went so bad for Tundra that Skeeter didn't have time to use cheese.
So you still got cheese for another engagement, which is pretty nice.
I feel like that's the exact same as, well, you've died so many times that you're low level, so your death timer isn't very long. By Sus.
Dota's about looking at the optimistic side of life.
That's not what you told me. You said Dota's about blaming your teammates.
Well, I mean, I played in NA. These guys are European.
Ah, I see. The difference in mentality, of course. 20,000 damage being dealt by this Storm Spirit on the dot, apparently. I mean, if they could get to Basher, they're having a bit of control problems, I feel like, because every single time they jump, Global Silence goes down. Maybe the Basher can help push them through.
Definitely helps. I mean, Mickey already has his, so that's going to be wreaking some havoc here. And
Yeah.
haste Lincoln's on Nisha. This Lincoln Sphere, no more Dragon Tail, and you're not really going to have the tools to instantly pop it on the jump. You just need to land the Axe Call, and Global's waiting.
They got to get a clean pick off too, and this might be it.
Just in the wrong
Insania
neighborhood.
dies almost immediately. Okay, now we're cooking. Snake King is going to have some problems though. Hit him with the taser, get the call out, onto 2. That's pretty decent, but there are some mines. Oh, leading into it, Skeeter trying to finish off the Sek. He's unable to do so. And now he's being kited around, immediately bashed up and couldn't get the cheese off.
I don't even know if he wanted to use it there.
Yeah, this fight, he started off with the pick off of the silencer, but it wasn't even close. Mickey.
I feel like that's best case scenario for Tundra. You find silencer for free, you get pretty good clump on Liquid side.
Oh, now you're really desperation mode when you see Soxa doing this, trying to cut waves to stop Liquid from being able to push into the high ground. Couldn't do it though. Zai goes to the high ground. His teammates deal with Soxa.
12-1 for Mickey. Level 22.
And Zai, he's putting down the beat right now to Liquid's victory. Keeping that going, keeping the high ground push going with the heals and Tundra. They're going to have to probably say goodbye to one lane of barracks here as the backdoor protection is going to go down. There's tier 2s up, so it's not like they can keep this up. They're going to have to back away, but a massive deficit for Tundra to recover from now.
Gonna need some calls of a lifetime.
Gonna need you 30 your best Seb impression.
Yeah, you gotta play like Seb right now.
The offlaner's curse. I mean, it looks so good. It starts off fine. And 33 even gets this 2-man call, but it feels like just the team fight difference here is massive.
It's also the mid difference. 9 is just not outputting the same damage Nisha is in these engagements, and you can feel it.
Yeah.
Puts so much weight on Ursa, and to play off these big calls 33 has to get. I mean, they even ruptured the Ench, which I think is just, who cares? Like, you know Snae's playing to tank and buyback anyway.
Yeah.
There's a lot that went right for Tundra. That's a fighter on their tier 2, and that fight is still not even close. It just speaks to how strong Bloodseeker is right now. Full Abyssal completed on top of that Vindicator's axe.
Yeah, and plus with all this great initiating damage coming out from Liquid, whether it's Boxy hitting the blast-offs or Nisha being able to jump in, do some damage, or the drums going out, I feel like the thirst picks up really quickly when the fight starts.
Oh, it picks up real damn fast. Techies is great at dealing damage. They have heroes, at least the cores, to reap the benefit of that.
I like how, you know, Tundra have broken down which neutral items they really want. We saw the 3 Titan Slivers for Tundra.
They're going to need them.
Yeah, with all these disables raining down on them, as much status resistance as you can get.
Who do you jump here if you're Tundra? Do you jump anybody?
I mean,
can you win the fight by jumping Liquid? Do you need Liquid to jump you?
The first thing I'm like, oh, of course, you have to deal with Mickey. But he's got 3,200 HP.
Yeah, plus that axe. So even if you blink stun him, you're just making him tankier.
Yeah. That is actually a very good point.
Please
The 20 armor Vindicator's axe is insane because I feel like nobody uses the 30 damage while you're silenced. Everybody picks it up for like the 20 armor while stunned.
I mean, I like this item conceptually. Every time I see it, it seems really good on paper.
Yeah.
Happy to see it picked up here again, and the auras just continue to pour in here. AC for Zai on top of Halberd. He's so farm. Just going to make his 2 other cores insanely tanky.
Yeah, you definitely can't go on the Beastmaster. I feel like that is 100% not the target. Abyssal Blade will stop Snake King. 10 to 32. Jumping out,
9.
trying to find more. He spots 9. 9, who is mid-TP out. Will find his exit. Denied, the door slammed shut in his face. And immediate global silence. Thought maybe he was going to get initiated on there. Sania playing it safe.
Not going to cost him too much. 95-second cooldown. You're not in a rush. 50 seconds off the field for DK. You can start to just throw this ult out aggressively.
33 and the rest of Tundra are just hoping for some sort of break in the formation of Liquid. Somebody to dawdle off.
I mean, they need a 3-man call at least.
Yeah.
He has to find it somewhere, which means you have to get a clump out of Tundra. Probably means baiting somebody, baiting a buyback. Just anything to make Liquid slip up here. But That's a tall ask when they've been extremely disciplined this entire match.
Yeah, I mean, game one was a very, very methodical play from Liquid.
Is under attack.
And game two, really not much of a difference in that regard.
Feels like they're using Tundra's playstyle against them.
Yeah, it does.
Like this was
really
like
feel
what Tundra like to do to teams, you know?
Yeah.
Play a solid
Beat
lane
them out.
phase, get some early towers, close out the map, and then just start to outfarm and slowly burn you out of the game. Look at her like, how does it feel?
I mean, it's got to be an exhausting way to be losing a game on stage like this, an increasing feeling of desperation as you know you're being outfarmed. The game is getting harder and harder, but you still just cannot seem to get the right initiation, the right team fight. Turning things around. Look at that, the kill difference there in gold between our Ursa and Bloodseeker, Mickey, being able to manufacture a lot more out of these fights.
Yeah, but you got more other gold.
Other, of course. What even is that?
I have no idea.
Ward gold, that's what it is. Man, taking away his Wisdom Rune too. Zai's level 22. We almost have level 25 on Mickey.
I mean, you also have to remember Insania's been stealing int all these fights.
Oh yeah, wow,
He's got 30
Jesus.
stolen in. And that is limiting some of the mana pools for these strength cores. I mean, you're looking at 550 mana on 33. He's got a cheese, but there's nothing to refill. He is just getting jumped and hexed and double damaged. He's gone.
Well, it may not matter how much intelligence you have in that fight if you can't cast a single spell. 9 will have similar problems here. Tries to go for a TP out with the stun on Mickey, but damage just too much.
It's better to die faster so Insania can't get there and steal your intelligence anymore. You gotta preserve the mana pool.
Also, you know, get that tep timer going before Liquid take Megas on you, which is a very real possibility with this push. There's nothing stopping them with the tier 2s down. They can go straight from mid into the third set of barracks. That'll be Megas. Tundra gonna have to play against an extremely farmed Liquid team and Vegas and make the comeback they want to be able to stay in this tournament, ESL One Berlin.
And Skeeter's looking for the Roche sneak. I respect it.
Yeah?
Playing to the last drop of blood here, making every move possible to try and win this game. Absolutely never know.
Uh-oh.
But Liquid know, and they're not happy about it.
Oh, no. No. Nisha. He's not going to let that happen. Gets inside the Roshan pit. Roshan's not going to spawn for another 20 seconds. So sadly for Tundra, it was a decent idea. It was the right idea. It was the only play I think they had, but RNG plays against them.
Still haven't been able to use these Aegis or cheese the whole game, though. That's another big problem. Even if you get these Roshans, it didn't do much for Tundra.
Yeah.
Liquid just wore them out. Truly a series of attrition and technicality here.
Yeah, and Liquid, I mean, they're talking about how they felt like they weren't playing very cleanly this game. Quite the contrary to that. They are going to be able to get the initiation. Two-man call. That's pretty good. The roar goes out, though, stalling up a lot of play there. And Mickey getting some heals and able to go to town. Taking the first hero down. Ursa starts to work on him, but the damage, it just doesn't match up. Not compared to what the Bloodseeker and the rest of Liquid are able to do to you. Hold down the bear, finish him off, and GG is called. Liquid will 2-0.